Hello everyone, welcome to another video, a live stream this time because it's gonna be a little while. I'm joined here today by my good friend Cookie.
Yo, what's going on?
And you can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about SMG4. And this has been planned for a while, and I might lose it. I really might, so just a warning now.
Yeah, so do you want to go first or should I?
I think I will go first. And so basically we have like 3 segments. First one is, what is wrong with SMG4? Number 2, what's ruining it? Like, what's the core problem? And then number 3, if we could fix it, what would we do? Or, yeah, our hopes and wishes basically, because it's probably not going to change.
Alright, start us off, Luigi boy.
Okay. First off, it's very, like, well known by now. The characters are so boring now. Like, you can't tell me the last time you saw Rob and what he did. It's just that bad. They're so boring. So, do you have anything to say about that?
Yes, I think character destruction is a major part about how SMG4 has become. A lot of the early characters like Mario and SMG4 have been just watered down recently, and like they don't make the same funny jokes as they used to. And the jokes aren't. And speaking of jokes, they aren't the same anymore. Like, if you were to tell me any of the older SMG4 episodes and compare it to a new recent one, I would laugh more at the older one than the new recent one.
Yeah, that is a good point. That was my next notes. It says, jokes take so long to deliver. They'll take a whole episode just to tell a knock-knock joke. And it's so bad. Okay, I need to keep it together. This is literally like the second point.
Yeah.
It's also so unengaging now. Like, I get so distracted, and like that's like also kind of ties into that they take so long to deliver things. Like, it's so boring. Like, get to the point of the joke. I don't care. I'm starting to like watch another YouTube video. It's that bad. And yeah, do you think anything about that, I guess?
No, not really. I think a couple more is like how much anime has been introduced in this. There are 4, soon to be 5 anime-esque characters. So it's not really engaging now, because now it's just anime.
It is.
Anime. It's not great, and I have conflicting thoughts about this. I mean, sometimes it could be good, like when you could lead it into like a decent story, but they're like, no, let's do something else.
Yeah, and that is a good point. Like, the anime is good at some points, but like we don't care about anime that much. Like, you can go watch like an actual anime YouTube channel that has actual good animation instead of SMG4. SMG4 is supposed to be about Super Mario 64 with dumb memes in it, and it's just becoming an anime with sad story plots that no one cares about. And that's what I think is, SMG4 is trying too much with everything. They're trying way too much to deliver some stuff, and it's just, we don't care anymore at that point. It's just like, you're trying too much for us to care about a character that's literally been in 1 episode, and yeah, we don't need that.
So, there's a lot of contributors, but I think one of the main things is everyone's favorite fishy bookins, Kevin.
Oh no, let's not talk about him just yet. I can't.
I'll start. So, with Kevin, of recent, let's start back. He started writing for SMG4 around 2016, am I correct?
Yeah.
And, for the most part, it was actually pretty decent until the arcs happened. The arcs are somewhat decent. The most recent one is the Genesis arc, which
I don't know if we need to share it.
Tell me otherwise. If you tell me otherwise, I'll fight you. That it's the worst arc. The Waluigi arc is probably one of the best, if not the best, because it has the most thought put into it, being the first. But another thing is, we lost Hobo Bros for a while, and I don't know if they're coming back, and I'm sad. But Kevin also, like, before they ended Hobo Bros for a while, they started, Kevin and Luke started watching the older videos, older SMG4 videos, and Kevin would make fun of Luke's older videos.
Yeah, I realized that.
And then Luke would start to have doubts. He would think maybe I'm not good enough, and then he gave it to Kevin almost nearly. So
that is a good point. Maybe we should move on to our next segment. The what's ruining SMG4?
I think I've covered almost everything in the first part. I mean,
Yeah.
I could go into deeper analysis, but that's if you want me to.
I have one last thing before we move into the second segment is, yeah, they're like, they're destroying character plots. Like, the main reason what a character is. Like, Mario's the hero, SMG4 is like the meme guy, and they're like just watering it down, basically. Yeah. Like, SMG3, the fact that he's like not evil anymore, it ruins it. And Bowser's not even evil anymore, but Bowser hasn't been evil for a while. Like, there was this like love-hate relationship between Mario and Bowser, and that's just gone. In fact, Bowser is gone. You can't tell me the last time you saw Bowser and laughed, and you don't even know when the last time you saw Bowser. It's just, they're ruining the characters just to turn them to anime and marketable plush things. It's just, and my biggest one is SMG3 is not evil anymore. It's literally like the return of the YouTube arc, and he was evil. That was so amazing. And now he's just like this fat loser that sits in a hot tub all day in the dead meme zone. I can't. Do you have anything to add before we move on?
So I like how you mentioned the product placement, because the product placement has been everywhere. Yeah, I mean, they've been advertising ever since the Glitch channel like started to rise. There's been a lot of product placement, like, hey, watch this, watch this, hey, buy this, hey, we just turned out a recent video. Here, this is something from the recent video. Buy it. And this also contributes to Kevin also, because Kevin is also doing this too. It's not making this any better.
Nope.
So, would you like to move on?
Yes. And I think we're going to have a little intermission before we move on to the second segment, which is about what's like the main core reason of ruining SMG4. And yeah, so we'll see you in a bit. Alright, we're back after a little mental break that I had to take. And should I start again?
Yeah, you start first.
Segment 2. Okay. I still think I need more time to put my thoughts together.
Come on, you got this.
Okay. As Nakai said in the last segment, about product placement, there is too much shameless plugins for stupid anime things that we don't care on the Glitch channel. Like, I actually kind of like Murder Drones. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. But the series hasn't even came out yet. And they're marketing it like it's to no end. It's annoying. Like, okay, I actually have to give it to SMG4, the team. The Mario reviews memes, like their 8-minute long videos, those are actually really good. The Halloween one, it's actually one of my favorite recent SMG4 videos. It was so good. And then, oh no, not the Halloween one, it was just the scary memes or something like that. But then the Halloween one, half of the video was about N, the murder robot, and it was so bad. It was so bad. I couldn't get over it. And the series hasn't even came out, as I said. And then, okay, and also I've been rewatching the arcs. Totally not foreshadowing the new video. But, so yeah, I've been rewatching the arcs. In half of the video, no, not half. Every video, they try to market like these stupid plushies, limited edition things that I don't care about. Kevin, get out of my face! I don't care about supporting you with that stupid marketable plush things that... Who am I gonna show off these, like, golden ticket War of the Fat Italians 2018 things to? No one's gonna come to my house and be like, that's cool. I don't care. And I actually was considering about buying a shirt from SMG4. Like, I looked on the store, and they're all anime shirts. I hate them. Why can't I just have a plain shirt with SMG4 on it? And it's just so bad. I can't.
Okay, I think you need a slight break. So, a lot of possible contributors are key to why it's bad. Like, everything I stated before is a major plot point, and how he was talking about product placement, is actually why some of the characters exist. Tari only exists for Meta Runner. There was no indication why she was being created. There was no need for her to be created. It was just fine. But they're like, nope, we're gonna get some money off of this. So...
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. That made me just think for like 10 minutes right there. That's like the only bad thing about the Waluigi arc is that Tari is filler. Like, there's no point in her existence just to be a video game plot. Which will be one of my points is, like, as I said, no characters have... I want characters to have a, like, good reason to exist. I want them to have more interesting plots. Like, I want you to think about Tari and actually be like, oh yeah, she's the video game girl. But the thing is, you will think about that, but they don't contribute that into the series anymore. She never does anything. All she does is stand in the corner. And it's really annoying.
Or shout about ducks.
Yes. And that's basically it. And it contributes nothing, really. And it's not that funny either, which is mostly what SMG4 is about, being funny, and it's not. No one has laughed about the duck joke. Never. Okay. Alright. Are you ready? Are you ready, my friend?
Ask the audience if they're ready.
I'm probably going to break it and kill someone after this stream.
Alright, so, so he's gonna be yelling a lot, so I'm just gonna move it a little closer towards me. So, alright, are you ready?
The main thing that ruins SMG4 is Kevin! I hate Kevin! I can't. I can't stand Kevin's face anymore. I can't. So, as my friend said, Kevin came around 2016, and, like, for a couple of years, yeah, it was good. 2016 was amazing. 2017, the Waluigi arc, and then it just went downhill. Kevin was like a seed that just started growing into a bush of death. Like, you can't tell me Kevin has actually done something good on SMG4. I can't. He is like a parasite. He slowly started infiltrating his brother's amazing channel and just starts ruining it with his dumb, stupid, horny anime ideas. It's so bad. And that's what's ruining it. The horniness of SMG4 is so bad. Literally, in Hobo Bros, okay, I'm starting to lose it. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. For the viewers, if any further, I recommend turning your volume down to like probably like one of the lowest amounts because he can yell pretty loud.
Okay. No one on the face of this earth can say Melanie is good and is actually interesting. No one. She's literally just there so Kevin can be horny and see an anime thought. That's it. He just wants a girl to look at when he's going to the bathroom. That's it. And like when she was added, I thought it was actually kind of funny when she was a watermelon and she was actually overpowered at things and she is just a watermelon. Like, it was actually kind of funny. And then now she's just an anime thought who has big boobies. Like, no one cares. And even in like even in like Hobo Bros, the dead thing now, probably no one knows about it anymore because everyone's too stupid. Anyways, in that thing, someone asked them, Kevin, did you create Melanie because you're just horny? And they literally said, they like made a joke like, oh yeah, I definitely did. Like, he didn't say no. It was literally like a joke where you're like, oh yeah, they figured me out. It's like, Nakai, did you kill a baby?
Oh yeah.
It was basically like that. The silence is key. And I just can't. We don't care about the horniness and the boobies and the stupid anime plots and the thoughts, and I can't. Like, I actually like, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I can't.
I know you can't. Just name the character description. I think I can pull it up.
It's the girl that smashes everything.
The Psycho?
That's what she said. Yeah, Psycho. I can't. I was gonna say Kaizo, but that's Psycho.
Kaizo's the new character.
We'll talk about Kaizo eventually. But Psycho, I actually like Psycho. She is good. And she will come up later for one of my thoughts, but like, I just think her character is good. Like, she doesn't care about anything much, but she actually does care about her friends. Like, she just wants to do like badass things and smash things. That's what she said. But like, I actually like her. The one thing I think that's good about the Bob arc is that Psycho just wants to be like center of attention, basically. Like, she wants everyone to love her, and so that's why she actually cared about Bob in that arc, is because he was actually popular, and she's like, I need that, and she's like an anime thought, right? But like, they don't make everyone fall for her like Melanie or Meggie, or I hope they don't make any more, but that's good enough. They're like, I can't. Anyways, it's just Kevin's fault, and I'm calmed down now. Talking about a character I actually like has calmed me down a little bit. I shall move on to my next point. Is they don't use their characters well. This is one of the biggest reason that the Genesis arc was so terrible, is that they literally use characters only for plot. Like, only for a slight reason. Like, I really loved Axel when he was first added. Like, he was actually like a popular celebrity who made anime books. And I don't like anime. I really don't. That's the main reason why I hate the horniness. Like, I don't like anime, but the anime arc is actually my favorite anime. Like, I mean,
it's your favorite anime?
Yeah.
SMG4 is now an anime?
I misspoke. It's my favorite arc, even though I hate anime. It's just because they did it so well, and the hype was it was just so brought to the like drawboard so well, and so was Waluigi. But like, he was actually interesting. I wanted to know more about Axel because he was like a celebrity, and like he didn't like Psycho. She pretends to not care about her friends, but obviously she does. But with Axel, it was actually kind of obvious like he didn't really care for the people. Like they were his like vacation. So like when he got too endoused with the like celebrityness, I guess he would go to like the SMG4 crew to like get away from the popularity, I guess. And he was like the smarky celebrity guy, and I actually thought he was interesting. Like I wanted to see more about him, like because it was like the SMG4 crew thought it was like a privilege to be with him, but now he's dead, so I can't say much about that. But he was so bad recently, like 2018 to 2020, he was like never used. Literally no one thought about him unless they had to talk about making an anime character in real life. It was so bad. And this is a main reason. Okay, sorry, I need to finish. This is a main reason that the Genesis arc was so bad, is that like they plugged him in just for the plot. Like he wasn't interesting anymore. They just took him because, oh yeah, Melanie needs to be horny for someone, so they chose Axel. And
it's semi worked. It's sort
no,
of worked.
No,
It's sort of okay. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Listen.
I have to give you the benefit of that because you watched that
yes.
arc 4 times.
Yes. So they slowly built it up. They attempted. But I don't think just about like I've only seen it like 4 or 5 episodes like them together. And I don't think that's enough for them to create a bond. I don't think that. So I think it's time for the subject of the arcs before we completely just move on to something calmer.
I can't. Nakai is bringing up bad memories. Like,
it's okay,
there was
it's
no
okay.
connection with Melanie and Axel. Like, Melanie had 0 thoughts, 0 cares, or 0 interest in Axel until, oh, we need someone to die, and Melanie cry for her. So, oh, let's use Axel on the...
Whoa.
I can't.
It's okay, calm.
Kevin ruins everything with his horniness. Why does he have to put boobies on everything? Soon enough, he's gonna make Luigi transgender, and Luigi's gonna have boobies. I'm gonna lose it. And the fact is, that doesn't sound far-fetched. That sounds like something Kevin will do. I can't.
Okay. Before you lose your mind, let's talk about the arcs. First, let's start with a decent arc, the Waluigi arc. So the Waluigi arc actually happened at a decent time. There was an actual decent real life event that happened while there was a bunch of Smash Ultimate was coming around the corner, and Waluigi wasn't in Smash. So. And the memes circling around were it was the perfect time. So, why not? It went well. They were like solid emotional beats that I actually cried to.
Yeah.
But when it ended on a War of the Fat Italians, like I thought that was cool. I thought it was cool. And then the Bob arc. I think Jonah here explained what was need to be said anyway. And then the anime arc. If truly wanted to, Jonah could recite the anime arc word by word. If he truly wanted to. And then the YouTube arc's my favorite arc.
I disagree.
I didn't say it was the best. I said it was my favorite.
Your opinion is bad.
Your opinion is bad.
I just rewatched, literally before the stream, I just finished rewatching the whole YouTube arc, and I still think it's not that good. It's good. It's way better than Genesis.
It's way better. So
I'll take it.
The thing is that the YouTube arc actually brought back SMG4, and where he didn't feel like a villain, where he sort of just disappeared. He just disappeared, and he came back. and he actually almost succeeded in taking over SMG4's channel, but and I think it had like it happened again. An arc ended on War of the Fat Italians. Like it was pretty good, but like it didn't have the same thing as the ones before it. It didn't like show off Mario against SMG4. It was like SMG4's crew against SMG3's crew. But the rap was pretty awesome. All the raps are awesome. Even Genesis arcs, Wafty's arc I give it the benefit that I jam to it sometimes.
The rap, yeah.
Yeah, it's an actually pretty good jam.
Except Melanie, and I just yeah, the raps are amazing. It just, I don't know why sometimes I find the girl's voice, I don't know if I'm being biased, but it's just a little kind of cringy to me sometimes when they're like singing. It's like, oh, that we need to save our friends, and I don't know. I just find it too horny. Like I
find it too. Are you Kevin now? I find it too horny.
Kevin literally tries to make everything related to horniness and sex and boobies. I don't know why.
Okay, so if we're on the topic of the Genesis arc, it's bad. That's all I have to say. Don't watch it. If you really want to watch it, make sure you bleach your eyes after every episode. The War of the Fat Italians of this year baffles me so much. It does. It really does. I have multiple reasons. The War of the Fat Italians itself is okay. There's moments where I laughed, but it wasn't the same as the previous ones.
Exactly.
But with this one, it what irritated me so much is that they had to end it on the War of the Fat Italians. They had to. It wasn't even close to October. It was like mid-September. And they were like, let's end it on a War of the Fat Italians. And then when you actually, after watching it, I actually had to think about it. And I thought, what other way could they have ended it? What other way? Because honestly, if you're taking a look like at the rapper Bob arc, I mean, it ended in a decent way. Bob learning who he was, like who he should be. The anime arc ending with an interesting change, with Meggy becoming human, and also having an emotional drama before the end of that episode.
Yeah.
So
that is a good thing to keep in mind, actually.
The thing is, I don't know how else they could have ended it. Like Axel became Zero.
I feel like,
and that's it. Honestly, they never gave too much insight on Zero's backstory, and that's not how you build up a villain. Like how you do it with take example from your predecessor, Waluigi. He was rejected for multiple Smash games. Take notes.
Yeah. Okay. Our whole point is that they don't use characters anymore, and we don't care about them, and they take them and act like we have to like love them, and we've known them for years. And that's basically Zero. There was no backstory at all. He should have planned, like, Zero throughout, like, a whole bunch of episodes, like, I don't know, SMG4 having flashbacks or something like that, and seeing Zero being, like, a tyrant. But he literally just, like, a random villain that no one cares about.
Also, I think SMG1 and SMG2's introduction was so terrible. Like, they were portrayed as hobos, like, in other videos. Like in other videos before this, like there was like, and then when they actually became important characters, I was like, what? Wait, what?
It doesn't even make sense to SMG4's even own story. Like the whole point is that
the point was to figure out SMG4's story, but then it was like, whoops, that doesn't really work. Let's change it from Mario being the avatar of this world.
Yeah, okay. So that's my point. So the point is we were supposed to care that the fact that Zero destroyed another entire universe. And it doesn't even make sense to own SMG4's story is that like that there's an avatar in every universe, right? So Mario is our avatar of that universe. But SMG1 and SMG2 don't even look alike. So what was their avatar? Like, it doesn't make sense. It just
supposedly, if I'm correct, there was like
corruption.
A
I
corruption,
guess?
yeah. Supposedly,
But that doesn't explain. Still,
it
they
doesn't
should.
really explain much, but supposedly that's a reason why.
They look like
that's not a good reason why.
You can't throw that in front of everyone. Just say, "Oh, it was an evil corruption that made them bad" or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
I can't. But like, that's the only thing I can really think of at the moment.
Okay. And I just overall hate SMG1 and SMG2. They're like annoying me. SMG, they're like SMG4. Oh my gosh, I love you. And like I couldn't handle it. Oh gosh, I was gonna put another point in and I couldn't completely forgot it. So what my friend was saying earlier, Mr. Cookie, was about the like they couldn't have ended anywhere else for the
Genesis arc.
For the Genesis arc.
If you truly think about it, if you watch it and then watch the
They
Genesis
had to.
arc, there was no possible way. No possible way. The arc was so bad. They're like, let's try to end it on something funny and enjoyable.
And they failed.
And then back to the subject of the War of the Fat Italians. Like, it baffles me so much how they wasted it.
I know.
They wasted it on an arc that is so below average. It's like when you get a D minus on a math test.
I know.
It's like just above failing.
But my point is, I feel like it would have been way more impactful if they ended the Genesis arc on a regular episode. Because think about it. Everyone knows that the War of the Fat Italians is the big moment. Something big's supposed to happen. But wouldn't it have been, like, way more impactful? Like, I don't know if it would have been more impactful before the War of the Fat Italians. Something happened, like Axel died. Or after. Like, another episode happened. And then, like, for some reason, I don't know why Axel dies, because he still has, like, a corruption in him. And he wouldn't tell anyone because he doesn't want to bother anyone, right? He doesn't want to make anyone sad. And then he dies. That would have been, like, I feel like more impactful. Like, I thought we were done. The War of Fat Italians happened, and that was the big thing, right? But nope. And they completely failed it because they had to rely on the name of War of Fat Italians. It's just, that's how bad the Genesis arc is. You can't rely on it.
So, I think I left, like, a couple times. I think the part where Steve and Bob and Mario faced off, trying to steal Steve's chicken, was probably, like, the funniest thing to me. like how Alex got stuck in the bench. Like, Steve, help me, I'm stuck. And then Steve was like, no, and just flew off.
I know. Steve is amazing. No one can disagree with that.
He just flew off. He's like, no.
All right.
See, that captured old SMG4 for a fleeting moment. That's what it captured. It grasped it, and then it
lost it.
And then it fell out of their hands like butter.
Okay.
But Steve will always stay the same. He's a good comedian.
This is the whole point. This is Kevin's idea. He was like criticizing SMG4, or his SMG4's real name is Luke.
Yeah.
And Kevin is actually his brother, so if people didn't know that. So I'm gonna refer to Luke because it's easier, I feel like.
Yeah, it's way easier. Because SMG4 is like its own universe. And Luke technically is the omnipotent god of the SMG4 universe.
But so as my friend Cookie was saying, like, Kevin was like actually kind of hurting Luke. And I don't know if this is actually, I don't want to actually.
True. It is true.
I don't want to like.
If you look at like the videos that SMG Luke and Kevin reviewed, like their older videos, Kevin would poke fun at it, and like I think a recent video before that, like the last time they did it, like Luke was feeling pretty sad afterwards
because of how like
Kevin
random his videos.
Kevin criticized it and saying how bad it was.
Okay,
but it was the early stages of SMG4.
I hate Kevin so much. But I don't want to get into their personal lives, and
I don't want to get into their personal lives either. But
it does seem like in the Hobo Bros, it seemed like Kevin was like criticizing Luke, and I don't know if Kevin realized that actually kind of hurt Luke, and it seems that and maybe we're wrong. Maybe like Luke didn't get hurt by this, but like
It showed that he looked like he was hurt, but
and Luke
maybe...
was saying even like Luke was like, oh, my videos were so bad because there was no story, and that. No, it's not bad. It was actually funny. Like, it was okay. It was good.
That was the point. There wasn't meant to be a story. It was just Mario shenanigans.
And the whole reason SMG4 is bad today is because Kevin joined and was like, we need to make more stories. Your videos have no point and there's no plot and it's so bad and boring and random. And no, that's actually what was fun and enjoyable about it. And I don't know. I feel like this is a good way to end this segment, unless you have anything to add.
So, like, just to cool things off a tiny bit, what I have to say is just, like, I dislike him. I don't hate him to the extent that Luigi Boy does. I have a designated reason why.
Don't even start. I have multiple reasons to hate Kevin.
I have one reason not to hate Kevin.
You should hate Kevin, and so should you.
So technically, without Kevin, SMG4 wouldn't exist.
I guess so, but that doesn't matter.
If you look at like SMG4's like story, SMG4 said like SMG4 mentioned that if it wasn't for Kevin, like the channel wouldn't really exist. So, and if it wasn't for them playing Super Smash Brothers Brawl, the channel wouldn't exist also.
I guess. But
so, technically, without Kevin is a major part. That's the only reason why I don't dislike him. That's just the slight tad reason. Otherwise, I completely agree with you no matter what.
I know you're trying to say, like, without Kevin, there wouldn't be no SMG4, but, like, Kevin wasn't involved in his brother's channel for, like, a long time, and the channel was perfectly fine. And
whatever story that they had, it was just like a two.
Where was Kevin all those years, huh?
Calm down.
All right. So yeah, I think that's a good way to end this segment, and we're gonna have another intermission, and we will be back. And I need to take an insanity break.
I want to fight your Bowser.
Alright, we're back. And we're actually going to be... This is a third segment where if we could change it, what would we fix about SMG4? And I'm actually be kind of positive because I
think you should just do it because honestly, my opinion is just pretty much what we all stated. You can just tweak that a little bit or just look back and find a... try to remember what made your old videos good.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The reason why we're making this rant is because we love SMG4. This is a part of our childhood. Like, this made us who we are, kind of. Like, our humor, kind of. And it basically, SMG4 helped us in, like, dark times. And it was there for us. And now, the fact that it's bad, we care for this. And we're sad that it's becoming, like, terrible. But, anyways, if I could fix it, I would. I truly would. But yeah, like, a lot of the points we talked about is make the characters more interesting. Like, use them more often. Like, okay, I think today, actually, they released the 5 million special video. It was actually it was okay. Because it was, like, random. It was, like, 20-second clips, and that was like old SMG4, and so that's why it was kind of good. And there was Melanie, of course, and it kind of okay. Some of the parts upset me, but I don't want to be that negative because this is the last segment.
This is a positive segment. Think positive.
Okay, I have to be negative really quick. Is that okay? Okay, I hate Melanie. Like, she's like the worst character. But like, okay, so this 5 million subscriber special video was supposed to be like a blast of the past, and like some of the videos, it was like I can't really put like one to point like. Oh, so, like, let's say, like, one of them was obviously Chain Chomp, who let the dog out.
That was the most viewed video that SMG4 has.
But the reason I'm being negative is that they put Melanie there, like, as if she was in there. Or, like, oh, no, so, I remember now. So, they did, like, a review on, like, the Waluigi arc and, like, the T-pose virus. They put Melanie in there, like, T-posing. Like, she wasn't involved! Don't ruin my past! Okay, I'm done being negative.
Alright, continue being positive.
Like, also, actually, something about Melanie, I actually thought it was really funny.
What?
Even though the whole Genesis arc is so bad, it's so engraved in our souls of how terrible it is, that, like...
Not engraved in your soul just yet.
I don't know. I haven't watched it 5 times, but,
I needed it for this video!
There's actually just a funny joke. It was, like... I don't know why. It was in the 5 million subscriber special, but, like, they were, like, doing reviews. I think it was, like, a simplified version of the Genesis arc. No, it was. I don't know what it was. I really don't. I don't remember. It was because it was kind of funny, actually. It was so stupid, I can't remember that it was kind of funny. But anyway, it was, like, a counting thing, and then it's, like, our favorite number is 0, and Melanie was watching it, and she freaked out. Because, like, 0 is the main enemy. And that was actually kind of funny. That was, like, the only thing that I thought was funny. Because that was, like, the only thing I can grasp from the Genesis arc is that...
That was, like, one of the funniest parts, probably.
And... But, yeah. Okay. Another point. How would they fix it? Just fire Kevin. Kick your brother out. He's annoying. He's kissing his girlfriend too much. Like... No one cares. No one cares. He's too horny. He probably wants to kiss his girlfriend, but she won't let him, and he's too horny, so he's putting this in SMG4. Just fire Kevin!
Okay, so, for a little context, so I knew this was gonna happen. I saw his notes a little earlier before we started, and it just said, fire Kevin in all caps. Okay, but, okay, let's continue.
Okay, so actually that was my other notes that says, my notes are, make the characters more unique and make the relationships interesting. So that was actually why I thought the Melanie thing was kind of funny, is because we have a sliver of the relationship between Axel and 0, and I thought that was funny because I knew that and it was actually kind of good. We just need the relationships and just make the characters more unique. Like, we could make Melanie way more interesting. I don't know how, but like, just make her more involved instead of the stupid person who just sits there and cries all the time and who's horny. Like, that's not a good character plot. We don't care about that. And, I don't know. Just, I think the relationship between Mario and Luigi is golden. Like, throughout all the arcs, it's actually so amazing. Like...
But they've been neglecting Luigi a recent.
That's okay. No, kind of. Not really, but... They could have literally lost the Waluigi arc for me. Like, that arc could have been the worst arc for me ever. That one episode, it was like, what if Mario was in Saw, I think?
Mario Saw.
Yeah,
That was the episode that actually made me cry. That I felt so much emotion, knowing that they were so close as brothers.
Yes. And so, this is
it's giving me chills, and I haven't watched it in, like, over 2 years.
I know. It's just that good. Like... See, here's a problem, like, SMG4 and SpongeBob actually have a thing in common. Like, I love SpongeBob, but, like, recently, they just modernized it, yeah. And they make it really watered down, like, SpongeBob happy, Patrick dumb, and Squidward hate. Like, in the old episodes, SpongeBob would be upset that something happened, but now SpongeBob's just like, I don't care! Like, it's just really bad. So... The it's true. It's true. Like,
I know it's true.
Like,
wow.
I just opened your eyes, didn't I? Like,
no, you didn't open my eyes, but wow.
Like, in the old episode, Mr. Krabs would, like, criticize SpongeBob over and over and over again, and at one point, SpongeBob would be sad. He's like, why am I just bad? Why can't I improve? But now, Mr. Krabs will just criticize SpongeBob, the modern SpongeBob, and SpongeBob will just be like, la 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 la, I don't care. And, like, it's just so bad. So that's what I really hope they don't do with Mario.
Okay,
like, he is
a
dumb guy.
Positive, remember.
He is a no. So this I'm actually am being positive. So like I really don't want them to make Mario just the dumb guy who doesn't care about anything and is just stupid every single time and every.
But in the arcs, he's shown to have emotion.
Like the Waluigi arc, as I said, could tip me off if that scene where Luigi sacrifices himself, like. If Mario was just like, oh, la la la, I don't care, like, la la la, dumb, I don't care, like.
But he actually said.
He actually cared.
Like, yeah.
He actually cared for his brother, and he was sad. Like, that is one thing I like and love about SMG4 is Mario does care. Like, he's stupid, yeah, but he cares for his friend with the bottom of his heart, and that's the problem with like Melanie. They
tried, like they were trying to do the same thing, but. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really work.
It doesn't seem we don't care about Melanie.
In the context of things,
yeah.
The difference is Mario and Luigi are brothers, so their connection would be naturally closer.
Mm-hmm.
And losing one another will be like a terrifying thought.
Yeah.
So, but with Melanie and Axel, you couldn't like really feel the same thing. And if those of you cried at Axel's death, I will stab you.
Yeah, it was not that sad. I cried more at the Greg the Alien's death. Yeah. I thought Greg the Alien was so good. He was like funny.
Yeah, he was funny, man.
And like it was someone that Mario can go to like veg out.
Even if he barely talked, he would just sit there. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
He was just a chill character,
Melanie,
man.
See, that's why I liked Melanie. Because she just sat there and didn't talk. It was amazing. And now she non-stop cries and has boobies and it's annoying.
Okay, back to positive.
But, like, okay. How to fix it is just stop the shameless plugs. We get it. We love you, SMG4. We will support you to no end. And just please stop like shamelessly plugging yourself in every video over and over and over and again, and it's to the point that if you like, that's like telling your friend, give me your money, let me borrow some, over and over again. At one point your friend's gonna be like, no, stop, this is irritating. And I get it, we love you, SMG4, we care for you.
This is why we're making this rant, so
yes.
If you hear this, then maybe attempt to fix it. Maybe not, like, maybe don't listen to, what Luigi said, too much.
Yeah, maybe skip past that. Okay, another little kind of negative thing is that, like, okay, I think, I can't really remember. Oh, it was, I was kind of at the, basically, no, actually, scratch that. It was the end of this Genesis arc, like, SMG4 is like, we're not going to do any more story arcs for a while. And then literally 2 episodes later, he starts doing the thing with Melanie and, like, how she has, like, these powers and, like, they're going to get into that now. Literally, he lied. Like, why do you have to lie? Just don't say it at all. Don't mention that you're not going to do any more story arcs when you're literally going to try to add character plot into a new story arc that we don't care about. Like, come on, just go back to the fun, dumb stuff. Like that,
remember the video
Mario.
You sent me the SMG4 cycle?
Yeah, the SMG4 cycle, where literally, eventually the characters don't get used, and then they take them back, and then they turn into marketable plush. But yeah, use characters we like. Like, I miss Bowser, I miss Toadsworth, I miss Peach. Like, actually, they never really used Peach in the first place.
Yeah, but they just use Peach for, like, something dumb. Like, every once in a while.
But yeah, yeah, I just miss them, and they were good characters, kind of, because Bowser was, like, the frenemy, Peach was, like, the Peach was just hated Mario, and Toadsworth was, like, the guy that kind of was a mentor a little bit to Mario, like, I don't know, it was okay, but, okay, this is kind of, like, the end of it, but I'm gonna have, like, a segment 4th and a half, it's just a little thing I'm gonna talk about, how I hate Kevin, and
you already screamed about
but
that.
I need to talk about it more.
Okay,
So,
so like before I recommend like making sure the volume is at a decent level. Because
Yeah.
he might start yelling again. So
All
after he's done talking about Kevin, we'll end things off hopefully on a peaceful note.
Yeah, I kind of am, actually. I'm having a hopeful mind. So, here's number 4. Segment 4.5 is kind of, for you, though, that don't know, they're actually making a new character. His name is...
Kaizo.
It's, thankfully, a guy. It's a
He's
a guy,
still Kevin,
not
but
a horny girl.
He still
It's
got attacked by Kevin.
He
but
still
all the
did.
same.
He still did get attacked by. His name is Kaizo. He's gonna be like this guy from like the. Cause like for you that don't know as well, is that Maggie and Melanie are going to college for some reason, and I think that's where he's gonna be introduced. But they said that they're gonna try to find a good point to add him in, and I can't have any hatred towards him a little bit, because he literally hasn't been added, so I can't have that too much.
You can't have like too much
But
hatred to it.
so we actually got to create him. So there was a live stream for the celebration of 5 million.
Most recently, yeah.
So people actually got to create, the fans got to create him, and there was a poll like every 5 minutes, and like we got to create it, and we got to saw a sketch of the character. Everything was going fine. The designer was in. His name was like Brandon, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And Luke was there.
Of course.
And then Kevin comes, and he ruins everything.
Okay. Oh my
It was
God.
literally so upsetting. Like, okay, I think the only reason why Kevin came into that live stream is because the character didn't become a girl. Like, the first poll actually was a character. It was male or female, and thankfully it became male. And then Kevin comes walking in because it's not a horny girl he can make with big boobies. And he just starts ruining it. And thankfully, the fans were actually okay at that point. Like, we also created it to be a regular human, not a furry, not a stupid melon thing. It was
actually
okay.
They actually changed it to a demon later.
I know,
on.
because of Kevin.
But
Literally, Kevin came in as soon as he heard it was a normal male human being. He's like, I can't. He's like, it's not a female. I can make horny. He's like, I can't. And Kevin's like, oh no. And then Kevin started ruining it, like with his stupid ideas. Kevin wanted to put a bow tie in his hair, and Kevin chose this most stupid like hairstyle for this guy, and it's so annoying. They tried to name it Kevin. They tried to name Kaizo Kevin. And he also made it Kaizo go to Kevin's school. Like, how selfish is Kevin? Like, I hate him so much. And he thinks he's so funny and smart. And he's not. He's not. And he tried to, like, why did he have to add devil horns? These were unnecessary devil horns. That just makes the character more anime, and we don't care about the anime plot. When you make the anime, you just try to make it more horny, and we don't care. And then his stupid drumstick ideas. Oh my gosh. I can't. Which also brings me to my point, is that the drumsticks kind of can be a good point. But I hope SMG4 Luke takes over them, because if Kevin is the lead designer for this character, it's gonna go south. It's gonna go bad. It's gonna go bad. Luigi can't handle it anymore, guys. And that was my last topic I want to touch in.
Alright, Cookie
Kaizo.
here to save the day.
I almost forgot. So here's my thing.
Oh boy.
I loved the fact that like Psycho was like in love with attention, and if the way they're going with Psycho and Kazuya or whatever, Kaizo, why did they have to become so similar? But if the way that they're going with Kaizo is he's supposed to be like this cool rebel guy, which that was like Psycho, and they kind of ruined that. And that was kind of Axel, and they kind of completely as well threw that off the floor. But if the direction they're going is keeping him as this cool punk rock guy that doesn't really care about anything, and is kind of popular, and what they did with the Bob arc, it was like the only redeeming thing is that Psycho was in love with popularity, like being famous basically. I can't speak right now, I'm too angry. But so she was in love with being popular, and that's why she went after Bob, because he was popular. And she never, and that's the thing, Psycho never falls for any men or any guy of any shape, of any way. So if they make Psycho fall for Kaizo, that would be amazing. Because the Kaizo won't give her any attention. Then that will be such an interesting story to actually follow, and it'll be funny. Because Psycho is actually simping for someone. Oh, can you believe it? She's actually simping for someone and the person doesn't care. Because she thinks that she's like this, she knows that she's like this beautiful, amazing girl that every guy simps for. So, like, it'll just be so funny and amazing to see a guy that doesn't care about her. But they're probably going in the direction where the guy's a nerdy anime guy who is lonely and is horny all the time and just wants to simp. So, my hopes are is that there's going to be, like, an interesting relationship between them. But nope, not at all. Probably not. And that's all I have to say. If my friend has to say anything else before we end the stream, be my guest.
Alright. I'm not gonna fight with Luigi Boy over here. I think he's had almost a breakdown. So the thing is, we're gonna like I actually don't know what to say after this, because I think we've covered almost everything. I'm trying to leave on a positive note. Alright. Here's the thing. We're really fans of SMG4. We've been fans since like 3rd grade, just about.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I think you're the one who introduced me, actually.
I think I was, yeah.
And then I got in trouble for watching it.
we both. That's because old SMG4 is definitely not for kids.
No.
But but all the same, it's like I recommend starting with the older seasons, with like with the older episodes, and then move your way up. It's like 608 videos, but like.
Yeah.
Start like before 2016, like start before the year 2016, and then like from there, once you're done watching all those videos, move on to modern, and I want you to see the difference for yourself. See if you can feel how we feel.
Yeah.
If you feel the same way we feel.
Yep.
And SMG4, if you ever pay attention to any rant video that we
made.
Yeah.
We care for you.
We care for you, and
that's why we made this.
Maybe don't let your brother take over.
Your brother has some bad ideas. He's too horny.
Just remember, your videos will always be loved by your fans, new and old.
Yes, and I just want to say thank you, SMG4. If you ever see this, I don't actually care. I'm just going to say tribute right now. Thank you just so much for making us and being there when we needed a laugh. And thank you for entertainment, even though it might be bad. And at least it gives us something to rant about, even if your quality's bad. But yeah, I feel like that's a good spot to end it.
Don't you think, Luigi?
Yes, that's true. But anyways, guys, I don't know if I